check in now with Alex on your forecast.
All right, temperatures right now middle 80s. We did have some clouds helping us out. Our humidity certainly there. Our dew point temperature at 77 and our humidity at 77%. Interesting. We're also looking at, as we head into the next couple of days, a continuation of this somewhat rainy pattern that we've had throughout a lot of the summer, it seems, and that has kept so few days with that really high heat compared to at least some other summers where we get stuck under a big high pressure area and it just really bakes us every single day. It's hot, but it's not going to be really extreme. We do actually look hotter for this upcoming weekend as we get high pressure building back, at least briefly. And at the moment, we don't have any tropical threats here. But this week, a lot of attention will probably be turned to that next invest that I was talking about, invest 97, as it moves over the Atlantic and becomes probably pretty quickly, it looks like, Erin, and then eventually maybe a hurricane and possibly even a strengthening hurricane across the Atlantic. Looking outside on radar really quickly and getting into our forecast locally, our temperatures mostly in the 80s, quiet as far as radar goes, feels like temperatures 80s to 90s. And again, our wake up forecast on your Monday morning, don't think too many problems, humid kind of feel like we've seen lately, a couple of clouds, chance for a couple of showers near the coast especially, and north and south of Lake Pontchartrain, middle 70s to about 80 degrees. Tomorrow, I have high temperatures about 91, very close to what we saw today with that mix of clouds and sun, and a near maybe 30 or up to 40% rain chance tomorrow. And you can see those temperatures moving through the 80s. Tomorrow, look at this. We get a big slug of moisture starting to move our way, and this will be with us through the middle of this upcoming week. So that will help to fuel a couple of heavier downpours by Tuesday and Wednesday, it looks like, especially. 5-day rainfall forecasts in the blues to purples, that's 1 to 2 inches of rain. So I think mostly it should be manageable. But again, Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll have to watch for any of those storms that are able to tap into that moisture and bring down maybe a quick 1 or 2 inches. As we know, that can sometimes lead to street flooding around here. So those would be the 2 days for that. Let me show you tomorrow really quickly. Waking up early on your Monday morning for some people, back to school for the first day. And you might have a couple of showers, at least out there near the coast. Moving through the afternoon, notice our model actually doesn't have a whole lot of rain. That's why it may be a 30, possibly up to 40% rain chance tomorrow. 3 p.m., a little bit of spotty rain here and there. But watch Tuesday, we start to see that moisture get flung toward us. So this is by 7 a.m. We might start the day Tuesday with some showers. And you can see through the day, 2 p.m. and then into the evening, a chance for rain continuing. So a higher chance for rain, it looks like Tuesday at near 50% plus. Tropical outlook, we have the 2 spots, no active storms, no named or organized systems right now. This one we've been talking about for several days, low chance of development, and you can see it's just kind of a big broad swirl with dry air. But this one, interesting to see, even tonight, Sunday night, some organization here of this low pressure, it looks like, or at least trying to organize. Models are in fairly good agreement, even early in the game. Now, this is a long way out. We're talking about August 20th. It goes out to, but there is good consensus bringing it out to the west-northwest and then curving it north over the western Atlantic. The upper steering would include a big extension of the Bermuda high. And notice next weekend a high over the Gulf Coast too. That's what will heat us up, it looks like, for next weekend. But between these two, it might take this track, and then we will see toward the weekend time frame and early next week how much this next trough will play a role in either bringing it far off the U.S. East Coast or maybe kind of brushing closer to some of those East Coast spots. Now, we will see. That will be a big question for a lot of people along the East Coast. But just to show you one model run, for example, and again, this is a long way out, just one early run I'm showing you, but you can see the general idea. Next name on the list is Erin, and we actually have not had a hurricane yet this season, just tropical storms so far. So could Erin become our first hurricane? The average date for that is August 11th, so we're pretty close to that or a little bit behind. Next on the list would be Fernand and Gabrielle, and just a heads up, behind Invest 97, it looks like we'll get another tropical wave. Models right now at this point really far out looking are not bringing it toward our area. They're kind of keeping it out to the well to the east of us at this point. But I mean, we're talking a long way out, and no surprise to get an uptick in activity, of course, getting into the second half of August. So we'll be talking about it. We'll be keeping you updated, but no tropical threats for now. Just a lot of heat building as we get toward next weekend. And in the meantime, the scattered rain helping us out with the heat this week.